Hi, everyone. This week is a little different. You'll notice there's actually no lecture. There's just going to be a few brief videos getting you ready for your final projects. I front load all of my classes because these last few weeks, I really just want you working on your final project. You've done all the really hard work, you've worked on your assignments, you've gone back and forth with me about homework, you've gone to office hours, you've done all that really hard work. So now's the time to put all of that effort into your final projects. So these are two short videos that I do really want you to watch. But this is all about getting you ready for that final project and making sure you understand the pieces that are on Brightspace and my expectations for your projects. So, first, your analytical report. This is not a paper. This is an analytical report that you would, for example, give to a fellow data analyst, data scientist. So, your audience for this type of report is me. It's someone that understands the models. I understand the pieces that you're putting together. So, I want to know your decisions, the models you're making, and why you're making those decisions. Tell me about your data. Tell me why you're doing the things you do and what types of results you're expecting from these things. Um, so I put, the things that are required here, things required in the analytical report. But the big things I want to go over are the rubrics. So the expectations are in the assignment, but I think better in a rubric so you can kind of see exactly what points you should expect. So, first, an introduction. Data is introduced. So tell me about your data. Where did you get it? Who sourced it? Even cite it, properly cite your data. Introduce your columns. It's not always clear exactly what columns mean. So tell me all about those columns. Um, it looks like data exploration and cleaning didn't save, but it's basically the same as analytical technique 1 and 2 and 3. What exploration and cleaning did you do? So that goes back to like the column introduction. So what columns are there? Every week we've gone through correlations and visualizations. We've cleaned data to figure out, oh, this column isn't necessary, or I want to do some transformations. I want to make this column binary. Tell me about those. So go into details on exactly what you did. Analytical technique 1, 2, and 3 are exactly the same in the rubric. Remember, you have to do at least 3. You can do more if you want, but I'm going to score your best 3. So, to get in the excellent category, you're going to describe what it is. So, define the method that you used, why you used it, and exactly the usage of it. So, for example, if you're using logistic regression, you're going to define what logistic regression is, why you chose to use it, and then what exactly you're doing with it. So, what are you predicting? Why did you choose to do that? And then what columns are you using to predict what feature or what target variable? Details are provided on the parameters you did. So you need to change the parameters and you need to tell me exactly which parameters you changed and why. Evaluation metrics go into detail. Accuracy is sometimes the best one, but sometimes not. So go into details. You see here, details are the key. Talk to me, tell me why. Insights are provided into the usage of the technique, and student demonstrates significant understanding of their utilization of the technique. Don't just run through the code and then tell me that you did it. Tell me why. I want to understand your reasoning. Tell me the details. Now, on that point, a lot of you, I would say about half the class is pretty skilled at Python, and you're going into some really creative things with your Python coding. You're trying out some techniques that the rest of the class is not doing, and that is perfectly fine. I love that. You need to be citing some of your sources. You need to be going into more details on why you're doing the things you're doing, because right now I have no details on why you chose to do these things. I have no insight onto what inspired you. Sometimes I have no idea if it's I'm going to go in with the best intention that it's all your idea and maybe you're just really great at coding. But in this final project, you're going to need to prove everything. In the age of AI, it's really about proving a lot of what you're doing. And on that note, if you're using things like Grammarly, Google Docs is going to be maybe your friend on this kind of report because it will help keep track of everything you write. Oops. So a tool like that can help keep track that you did actually write the report and you didn't have an AI tool write it for you. I don't think any of you would ever do that. But yeah, please don't do that. Same thing with your coding. I love that a lot of you are using ChatGPT to help you on little pieces of code, and most of you are properly citing that, and I love that. Keep doing that. If you're getting really creative with your code and you're going beyond the scope of this class, you need to cite where you're getting some of these ideas. Give me some details here. That's going to get you into that excellent category. The good category, you're maybe missing some details. I don't get a full insight into what you're doing, but I get most of it. And part of it that I call out here is that you're trying a few iteration of these models. It's not okay to just try one logistic regression and move on, because that's saying you did it once and then you didn't try anything else. You didn't try any other parameters. You didn't try any other variables. You just made a model and you moved on, because that's saying that you maybe didn't quite understand the purpose of the model, or you just you're not trying there. I need to see some effort. To be in the fair category, I'm not seeing a lot of strong reasoning there. I'm not seeing why you made some decisions. For example, and I specifically call out k-means here because there's not a lot of parameter tuning. You just have really k. So tell me why you chose k. The elbow method is one of the main pieces. So show me your elbow chart and explain it to me. And then you'll get 0 points, the poor category. Hopefully none of you ever get the poor category, but you just don't describe it at all. You just say, this is what I made. So don't do that. Aim for the excellent category, and then you'll probably end up in excellent or good. So always try to aim here, and then maybe you'll get excellent or good. That's kind of your best bet. The same is for analytical technique 2 and 3. And then discussion and conclusion. So you've done all the work, you've done all the research and analytics and code. What comes next? So you're going to discuss the interpretations, the limitations of your work. So we've talked about overfitting and bias and some ethical implications, some model deployment, and lots of things in this class. So tell me about them. The excellent category, you have to bring up at least one of those in detail. You have to talk through that. The good category, you're discussing these in semi-detail, but you didn't go into the detail necessary on any of these main categories. The fair category, limited discussion and conclusion. You just kind of end your report. You're not bringing up any course material. You just kind of say, this is the best model, and you end it. And then 0 points, you just end it, and you don't show me that you know the material. So overall, this analytical report, I want you to show me what you learned. Show me that you know this stuff because I know you know this stuff. Show me that it's you that knows this stuff because I know AI knows this stuff. I know the internet can give you a bunch of cool code. It's completely fine to get code snippets and ideas from different people online. I have AI check my code a million times because I don't have anything memorized, but I need to know that it's you doing this. So if I've ever asked you for additional details or citations, that's never an accusation. That's just me saying, I need some extra things here. I don't know you well enough yet. I need to know that it's you doing this. So show me more of your thought process. Let me see what you're thinking here. Because a lot of times, if you're a really great coder or you're really good on the analytical side, you sometimes forget to show me details. On the other end, if you're one of those that this is your first time using Python, you're brand new to analytics in general, especially if this is one of your first classes and you struggled this semester, that's okay too. A lot of this, the biggest thing is I want you to go just a little bit further than what we, the last homework that you did. And all of you have done that. You've taken homework 1 feedback really seriously. You put it into homework 2. You took homework 2 and 3, you're putting that feedback into homework 4, and I'm seeing that growth, and I'm really excited about that. So put that into your final project as well, and you will do very well here. So again, make sure you show me what you know, and that's pretty much it. So that is the final project analytical report. I don't really mind what kind of template you use. If you just kind of Google analytical report or any kind of technical report, it's essentially a paper, but it is more technical. It's focused on the analytics, it's focused on the details, and your audience is me. So I am reading this. You can use the word I in it. Some reports don't let you use I. I need citations, so cite your sources. You can use Grammarly, that's fine. But if you're using any sort of generative AI tool, it gets into a really iffy space. Google Docs is what I would recommend as you start working on this, because that will prove if there's any iffy points that you definitely did write this. And as I note here, you are responsible for your own academic integrity. You are responsible. You are a graduate student. You're an adult. You are responsible. But I'm going to end on a positive note that I am very proud of your work this semester. You've all improved greatly from week 1, and I'm very excited to see your work. So I will end it there. Looking forward to it. Bye.